What's up, pretty gang? It's your favorite nail tech Peaches, back with another video, and today's video is more so about what I'm saying to you guys rather than what we are watching. The background is going to be playing a video of me doing this acrylic set of nails, and what I'm going to be talking to you guys is just encouraging you guys to continue with your journey. This time of year is often very hard for nail techs in a lot of ways, even seasoned ones who's been around for a minute, and I'm just going to tell you about my own experiences and just continue to stay encouraged. Okay, so before we get into it, I finally got YouTube emails to pop up in regards to subscriptions. So Termika Binion, you are our subscriber. You guys don't forget to follow me on social media at Nailsbyprettyface. Subscribe, notifications on, description bar has coupon codes. Okay, so this is the our start basically. Now that wound on her toenail, this is a first-time client. That wound is closed up. It's not bleeding or anything like that. You guys know sometimes when things heal or in the process of fully healing, you will go through stages of, it just doesn't look so nice. So that is not like an actively bleeding or severely hurt wound. So I did feel comfortable working over it just because from what I could see, everything was fine. Basically, there's just a small like separation between her real nail and her skin right there. I think maybe when she was taking off her last set or something like that. So I don't want anyone to become alarmed at that. Okay. I also do want to say that this video is in double time. Okay, because number one, this took quite a long time, and I've been holding this video, and the reason why is because I knew I wanted to save this video for when I wasn't as frustrated. Okay, you guys are not going to be able to tell in this video, but I was absolutely super frustrated. This particular client was having a hard time explaining like color wise what she wanted, and then there was other things going on through the day. I was having a really hard long day and trying to continue talking to people all day long, because typically I will work 12-hour days. Okay, and sometimes you get overwhelmed, and this is one of those days where I was getting very overwhelmed. I was having a lot of feelings of self-doubt, and this particular like 2 weeks around this time was just not a good 2 weeks for me. Okay, and if you guys recall, I did say that I was taking a couple days of break to kind of get myself together. This was around that time. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to speak to this is because I noticed there's a lot of people that are saying they want to give up on doing nails, or maybe not a lot, maybe I'm just seeing some things here or there. And I know in the past couple weeks, I myself have not been in the mode of like I want to give up on nails, but I've had some self-doubt, okay, in the past like month or so. All right, so before we get into that, I do want to say Nude Panther is what we were going to use. This particular client did say she wanted a pinky nude. Nude Panther is a nude with pink undertones, but upon actually starting, and she was like, oh, that's the color, even though she's the one that expressed that she wanted a nude, which a lot of people often miscommunicate when it comes to baby pinks and nude pinks. Okay, so as I was doing it, you guys are going to see that I show her and she's going to be like, oh, this is the color. And I'm like, yeah, you said you wanted a nudish pink, which would be a nude with like a pinkish undertone. She's like, oh. And then when she showed me the picture, it was straight up baby pink. So that moment right there, I was already running behind because this client already came pretty late. And so I was, kind of scrambling to get it together. I already had a rough couple of days. So I just wasn't in a very good headspace, but still you have to keep it together. You cannot explode on clients. So I switched out for Candy Yum Yum, and I just explained to her, typically when you ask for a nudish pink, that is going to be a nude with a pink undertone. So if you do like things in the baby pinks and the light pinks, you're going to have to like specifically say, I want a light pink, because this is far from nude. You see what I'm saying? So anyways, as we continue with the appointment, you can see the big toe is just giving me a little bit of trouble. And so I had a really hard time pulling myself together. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I felt like my eyes wanted to just tear up. I really just wanted to cry for no other reason except for, like I said, I already was having self-doubts in myself, and I was already just having a hard couple of days just in general, and so it just was a difficult period in time. All right, so The reason why I want to be open and honest with you guys is just strictly because people think that being a nail tech is extremely easy. A lot of people get into it for the money, and when the money stops flowing, they go and they up and quit. The moment that a client decides that they're gonna be giving you a hard time, they decide like, oh, I'm gonna up and quit. And I'm here to tell you guys that if you're in this for the right reasons, do not up and quit. Stick it out. Now, if you honestly feel like, hey, this is not for me anymore, I actually don't really like doing nails, or I'm not the type of person that can, stick to this type of like day-to-day human interactions, or whatever the case may be, that's completely understandable. But if you honestly feel like you are in this industry because you absolutely love doing nails, you did what you could do, you went and got licensed, you went to school, like you're taking this seriously, not to like say that someone who hasn't gone to school is not taking it seriously, but you know what I mean. Like, let's say you've invested a lot of your time and patience into this. Do not give up the first time, not the first time, but do not give up when things get hard. Okay, and I'm saying this because, like I said, this time of year is honestly really hard for nail techs, starting even in like September, because the thing is, people will always be getting their nails done, year round. But the thing about it is, certain times of year where it might not be, for instance, right? Back to school. Yes, people get their nails done for back to school, but a lot of times people will spend their money on other things. November and December, you do have Thanksgiving and you have Christmas, so people will get their nails done around there, but you are going to have longer periods of time of kind of like silence, or times to where it just in general, you can ask any nail tech, this time of year is really just kind of slow. So if you're wondering like, why aren't people booking, why is not this or that, don't give up on yourself. Just realize the end of the year is a little more difficult. People oftentimes are saving their money to go Christmas shopping, or they're planning trips for the next year, or they're doing other things, focusing on the end of school. So sometimes you will notice, maybe your regulars will stay regular, but maybe you're just not getting a lot of new clients, and that's okay. And this would be the time, what I've learned for myself, the best advice I can give to you, this is the time to kind of like, don't you don't want to make yourself look desperate and like beg people to book with you basically, but this is a time to kind of rest. I'm a person, I do this pretty much every day, all day. During the peak time of COVID, y'all, I was working 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. every day for damn near like 90 days straight. And since then, obviously, I don't work those many type of hours before, because people are not like that desperate to get their nails done as they were like during COVID, like for real. But it's over time, you realize like this particular time in this video where you guys see me doing this, like you guys can see I'm still doing the big toe. And in my head, I'm thinking like, don't cry, you got it, don't cry. And the reason why is because I was facing so much burnout, and I just honestly felt like, man, I don't want to work. I want to stop working. I don't want to keep doing this. And once I realized, like, you know what, I need to take care of myself a little bit better. Okay, so sometimes take these slow times and turn them into self-care, because there will be a point in time to where you will get back busy again, and you will wish that you took more time for yourself. You see what I'm saying? Whew, I'm sorry, guys. So I really just wanted to be real with you guys and just kind of give you guys some pointers and things like that, and just explain, like, I come on here and I do these videos and I enjoy helping people, but there are a lot of times where, like I said, even I have self-doubt. I'm not the most popular YouTuber. I'm not even the most popular nail tech in my city. As many compliments as I get, I do not get posted. I do not get tagged on Instagram. Honestly, I can count on my hand, I can count on one hand how many probably like times a month people actually tag me from sets that I do. Okay, you guys know I work close to almost every day. And yeah, so sometimes I do face self-doubt, because simply in the back of my head, I'm like, dang, if people really like my work, how come no one shows it on social media? You know what I'm saying? How come people are sending me pictures of other nail techs' work, but no one's sending my work to other nail techs? You know, like, it's very odd thing. Like, obviously that doesn't matter that much, but things like that sometimes can get in your head. And sometimes it can keep you up at night because you're like, man, I work hard every day. I'm trying to prove that I'm a great nail tech. I help take care of people's nails, and I'm there listening to clients, and I'm doing everything I can to be the best nail tech that I can be. But sometimes you think, how come I'm not popular yet? And with those thoughts, what you got to do is you just got to work through it. You got to go harder, and you have to realize what I do. I will post my work to my own story and give my own words of affirmation. So I'll find posts on my page that I really like, and I'll put it to my story and be like, man, I loved when I did this set. Man, I love how creative I am. Man, I love when clients, complimented this set. And so I can break myself out of those negative thoughts, and I can pull myself on a track of like, you know what, popularity isn't everything. Because a lot of times, a lot of these popular people out here are doing wrong by their clients. And so it helps me get out of that funk. It helps me to get out of those type of thoughts, because I'm telling you guys, those type of thoughts are deadly. And honestly, it's really, really easy to compare your stuff to social media and other nail techs, but I'm telling you, I want to encourage you guys, and I'm sorry I sound so full of like urgency, but you guys, this is something I'm also very, very passionate about. Okay, like I said, I've been doing nails for a couple of years now, okay, almost 4 years now, and the more and more I'm realizing there's so many people out here just to take people's money and just to not do the right thing, that we got to show love to the people that are doing these things because they genuinely want to help others, and they genuinely like making people feel good about themselves and being artistic and doing the right thing within this industry. Okay, so if you're having feelings of self-doubt, if you're down because you're feeling like nobody's booking, listen, I'll tell you right now, this week alone, let's count. I'll tell you how many clients I have this week, and I can guarantee you it's not for lack of depth. I'm not good, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clients coming up this week. I took 3 today, and other than that, you guys, I don't have any other things going on. So just know that this time of year is slow for everybody. I get a lot of people that they might book last minute. Don't be fooled by what you see on social media, okay? Because oftentimes when I feel like, oh, like people aren't booking me, what's going on, this, that, and the other, then you have to remember, like, well, I may not have gotten booked to full capacity this week, but out of the 7 people that booked, hey, those people, 5 of them are booked for multiple services. So guess what? You still might make the same amount of money as if a couple more people booked. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely know that it's hard to think of things in such a positive light, in a positive view, and I apologize if I sound like I'm rambling. I just really wanted to come on here and give some words of encouragement for those of you who are struggling and feeling like this is not for you. If you honestly feel like it's not for you, I completely understand. But if you're basing that only off the sole basis of you're not popular or people aren't liking your stuff, it's okay, because guess what, me too. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out how all these Instagram nail techs are getting thousands of likes, and I am still struggling to get sometimes past 20 likes. Okay, so everything is relative, because I know there might be people that look at my page and like, oh wow, oh this and that, but when you break it down, I'm feeling the same way some of you guys are, right? So just keep in the back of your head that if you're doing the best that you can, and people are gonna find your page, as long as you're trying to improve and you're trying to do better, sometimes that's all you can do. Take the time for yourself. People always tell me that, like, oh, take time for yourself, and I'm finally starting to listen, and I broke through that stage of being burnt out on it. I'm gonna tell you why. Because once I realized that, okay, people may not be booking right now, so I'm gonna take all the time I want. As you guys know, this is the only thing I do for work. It's just nails, but like, I'm gonna take time for myself to do X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna take time to hang out with family, or I'm gonna take time to hang out with my man, and those things are keeping me in a better mood. And when I get back to work, you're feeling better. And granted, it took me, like I said, I've been doing nails almost 4 years, and this is how long it's taken me to actually be okay with taking time and taking breaks and enjoying the fact that I make my own schedule and that I am an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? So do not get discouraged. Like I said, you see me in this video, we already over 15 minutes in and we still working on application, and this is at fast-paced time. This video was over 30 minutes straight through. I was struggling in this video. I was holding back tears. I was trying to talk to my client and keep my own like invasive thoughts to myself. After this client left, I think I had another one directly after her, and I had only a moment to like, just take a breath and try and reset myself. So I completely understand how hard things can be and how difficult things can be. It doesn't matter what stage in your work that you're at or what. And then I don't know if y'all saw, but then I accidentally swiped the pinky away, and when I tell you that I almost lost it, I had to really pull myself together, and I did not want to give this client a bad experience or anything like that. So you pull it together and you hold it inside, and sometimes it helps when you have someone that you can talk to about your frustrations. I would say sometimes stay away from those nail groups, stay away from social media, nail people. Sometimes, because I'm gonna be honest, I feel like a lot of people are just saying things based on what's gonna make their comment noticed or based off of popularity, and less off of how am I genuinely feeling and how can I help somebody. So this is why I wanted to put out this video today. I know I keep saying that, but you guys, I'm noticing there's a lot of people struggling and a lot of people feeling some type of way. There's a lot. Look, I've had regulars with me for over a year or two, and they stopped coming. And instead of me freaking out, because I used to be like, dang, why my regulars not coming? Why blah, blah, blah. You learn that everything happens in seasons. Everything is cycles. Like, the nail industry is very cyclical because you have people that are with you for a while. Some of those people drop off, and some people are going to continue to stay and stay and stay, but you pick up regulars as you go. And it's a cycle of, old people kind of make their way out as new people make their way in and fill in those gaps. And the cycle gets bigger and bigger because you get more and more people. But don't even be discouraged about that, because I used to feel like, man, I'm really hung up on the fact that these 5 people, I could have swore they was down for me, they posted me, they love my work, and now they're just gone. Because you don't know what could happen, so just do not beat yourself up over it. Don't sorry, I'm reading some comments here. Don't feel like your worth is connected to the amount of likes that you see on social media. The worth that you put on your work should come from what clients are saying about you directly, okay? Because I've come to learn a lot of my self-doubt is because of lack of attention. So I feel like, oh man, my posts aren't getting very much attention, although I work very hard to curate my page, and I work very hard to make sure I am very personable with I don't have to work that hard to be personable, just because, like, shout out to clients, they be talking and I be talking and we be having a good old time. But working hard to make sure that the people who see my page feel comfortable even booking with me. There's a lot of behind the scenes, and so when I feel like, man, I'm not feeling appreciated, and then that drifts into, man, maybe I'm not being appreciated because I'm not that great at what I do, and then that turns into, man, that's probably why people is booking. I have a brain and a mind that don't stop working. I personally know what it's like to keep going round and round with yourself, and people oftentimes have to tell me, like, it's okay, like, take a step back. It's just because I'm so passionate in what I do, and I want to work so hard to achieve so many goals, that I oftentimes feel like if other people don't notice, that I must not be working hard enough, I must not be doing enough. And I want to tell y'all, just simply because, like I said, I just had one of these little episodes, I guess you can call it. Just take the time to sit back and look at your work as a whole, look at the things you've accomplished as a whole, and just realize, although I want to get better and although I want to work harder, I gotta take some time to appreciate the things that I've already done. You see what I'm saying? So I know this might have sounded like a 20-minute rant. It's meant to encourage and meant to just tell you guys about self-doubt and just feeling better and feeling up, and I can understand. That's all I want to say. I know maybe a lot of nail techs don't talk about this type of thing, and everything is seeming to be trendy and meant to be oh, if you like, you should feel this way as a nail tech and not that way. And people are just telling y'all left and right what y'all should feel, what y'all should do. And I just want to tell y'all, all that is irrelevant. All that is irrelevant. You see what I'm saying? So, hopefully this reaches some people who really needed to hear this. Hopefully this, I don't know. I just hope this message gets to the people that it needs to be delivered to. Hopefully I didn't come off too aggressive and I came off encouraging and not too over the top, because I feel like now listening back to the tone of my voice, I feel like, is this actually encouraging? I don't know. These are the words that I felt like needed to come out of my mouth. Honestly, it did really sound like verbal diarrhea of the mouth. I don't know, but this is the finished look. You know, yeah, I hope you guys have a really great night. I hope those of you who needed the encouragement are feeling the encouragement, are feeling my words. You know, y'all can always comment whatever, and I'm here for y'all. Like, this channel isn't just for me, it's for us, okay? And of course, I'll see you in the next video.